Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's Marvin speaking. I just want to go into a video by Wax Unfiltered. Please do subscribe to him. I'm not going to play it all, but one of the videos he was actually looking at looked like Brandon and Jay behind some bins, and there's been a lot of theories and conspiracies in this scene. Let's get straight into it, people. Thank you.
Brad, Brandon, whoever it is, outside at 4 a.m. in the morning, hours before Jay allegedly went missing. Let's check this out. Okay, cool. So this video was sent to me. Let's check this out.
Guys, I tried to find it, but I've got so much videos and information. It's going to take hours to do. And sometimes there are a lot more, like I said, things to actually troll through, and it would have probably taken about 3 or 4 days, but luckily Wax has brought this up, so I'm just gonna basically comment over it.
This is meant to be Brad, and I'm not too sure who it is, but the location is extremely familiar. I'm sure you guys will remember that white church. And Lucy took a picture of that white tower. It might be a clock tower, and she put that on her Instagram. So this is the town literally next door to
It's quite interesting if Lucy had put a picture of that up, you know, on a status somewhere. So it must be quite close to maybe where they were staying, or an area they actually knew well. But this, obviously, church was kind of crucial because a lot of people were talking about it. It's been a massive topic of conversation as well.
Masca, and allegedly this is Jay, Brad, Brandon, all together, you know, doing something at 4 bells in the morning, allegedly. And here they are. This is meant to be them behind some sort of crate. I think this is like a crate.
To be honest, the second one didn't have to look like Brad to me.
Don't use bullet points in a presentation. Look, if you're responsible for driving new sales into a business...
Excuse me.
There's 2 guys there. I mean, you can't really identify, you know, who they are. This one here is allegedly meant to be Brad. That's what I'm being told. And they're saying...
It doesn't half look like him, to be honest with you. I'm not too sure about the other lad, but that definitely looks like Brad.
They believe it's Brad based on the way he's walking. But, you know, you can't really identify who these people are. I mean, an expert probably would be able to do it. But this person, you know, allegedly Brad, I don't know. It's meant to be 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, either the night before or the night Jay went missing. This guy comes.
Seems like they're hiding from someone, or hiding something as well. It's really strange, like the way they're acting. In some ways they don't want to be seen, but in another way they're waiting for somebody.
Oh no, come on. And this other guy comes here, and then no.
I think because you know, everyone's got their own narrative. I think this guy's chasing them. I really, really do, and was looking for them.
Those 2 run. I'm not too sure if they're all together. If that guy comes around the corner,
I don't think they are, because why would the other 2, like I said, if it's Jay and Brad, run off? You would have thought they'd all be sort of running together. Do you know what I mean? Or waiting for this guy to catch up. That doesn't seem like the incident to me.
because he's looking for them, he spots them and starts chasing after them. Like, I don't know, but they all start running in that direction. There's cars. You know, so look, more people coming to the train. So there's more people there. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know who this is, but allegedly it's Jay, Brad, and the gang either the night before or the night Jay went missing. Anyway,
That's it, people. There was a longer version of that. I remember another car pulling up, a white car which looked like a Seat Leon. But obviously, for some reason, that video is no longer on the internet. But I do believe it's crucial information to Jay Slater disappearance. And the other thing is everyone seems to be talking what happened the night before, like what Ayup kept on saying. And so any information we've got, it's, you know, we need to just put it out there and try and get justice for Jay Slater. That was part one, people. There is a part two. Welcome back to part two. We're going to move on to something that Mariana had said concerning the GoFund money, and Jay could be alive in Ibiza. Let's get straight into it. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. That's my view.
Of information to say, and I'm going to try and get through it as quick as I can because I've got a 15-minute break. Right, what would you do? What would your reaction be if I said Jay Slater was alive? What would your reaction be if I said he was in Ibiza? He's being kept in Ibiza by these people. What would you say if I said the British, or shall I say the world, paid towards a drug debt gone wrong? 72 grand they raised on a GoFundMe, all towards a drug debt. Apparently Brandon Hodgson, aka Dave Hedgehog, we all know that account because he's been in my live streams quite a lot. He's apparently being made to...
Dave Hedgehog, coming up with a lot of different names. It was another name a few months ago he was actually using. So it's kind of people, I think a lot of people who are involved are looking at TikTokers, especially TikTokers, and then YouTubers on any information which might incriminate them. This is what I think.
To go over to Egypt to pay off this debt. I personally don't think they're going to let Jay Slater go. I think it's uncovered way too much for him to just be, here you go, here's your son. Anyway, I find this...
Look, I respect TikTokers, YouTubers and their viewpoints and stuff like that, but Jay Slater is dead and he was killed. To come out and say it's he's alive, I think sometimes people want to change the narrative of this story for us to go on to something else to talk about, and we have to stick with the narrative of that Jay was murdered, and we have to find out who actually done that. I think we're more or less over 3/4 of the way there in a narrative, which I think a lot of people are on side with me, but we still don't have timelines which are quite crucial to the Jay Slater case.
Quite mad because I got told this by a TikTok content creator, a recent TikTok content creator, but the body was not Jay Slater's in that casket. Apparently it was someone in Spain. It's a Spanish body. My question is, and my point is, Debbie Duncan, Warren and the boy Zach, they went to go view the body in Spain, but it was a closed casket with a single rose on the top. They never witnessed that body. Not a single person in the family have witnessed that that's Jay Slater's.
It is odd, to be honest with you, because like I said, if that was a family member of mine, I would want to see or make sure it was 100% them. That's me. Yes, it would hurt, but I think you want to know that you're taking home the right body. As simple as that.
Body. This casket has been closed from that day onwards, so that body that's been buried in the ground in the UK isn't Jay Slater's. I think this is mad, and if that's the case, apparently Debbie Duncan is fully aware of this as well. And that also kind of backs up the point why she's arguing with Mark Williams Thomas. I find it quite an interesting one. I think she's a pretty good actress if that's the case, and I think she should be given a BAFTA award for her world-winning performance for the last 4 months. But anyway, this is my point today. Jay Slater is very much alive and he is being kept.
Look, people can have their own narratives. I think Mariana comes out with some good points, but I don't go with that state that Jay Slater is still alive. I just can't go with that narrative, not in what I know, what I've heard, private messages, and many other things that I can always put out there, which I've heard, which people just want to discuss that with myself, to be honest with you. I do think a lot of the county line stuff is a lot to do with this case. I do think Ruggs were involved, and I do think there were 2 or 3 gangs which were against each other from Jay's area, which I think ran up into a lot of trouble. Like I said, there are messages of Brandon basically putting Jay in it because he didn't want to take the rap for stuff that he stole. But like I said, we can go round in circles. Some people can have their own points in what they think of what happened to Jay Slater. But I'm sure that he's definitely not alive. So we move on to part 3, people. Not just Mariana, but a lot of people have come to me, private messages, saying that obviously that there's a little bit more to the GoFund and what happened to Jay Slater. It could be a scam. I don't know. I've not really looked at it like that because I think there's enough evidence out there to think that it was more than that. Let me know what you think, people.
I'm going to discuss a few points here, and I want you to consider this and take this on board. Number 1, the friends had an alibi very, very early on. So Lucy, on the day that Jay was reported missing, she advised that she left the club early because she had a headache and she wanted to go home early. Number 2, Brad. Brad advised that when Jay Slater rang him in the morning on the 17th, Brad had just come out of a festival himself. 2 early alibis from 2 close friends. Brandon, in the abyss. God knows what's going on with him, but he's MIA. Right. Number 2, someone in that family reached out to the media very, very quickly, very early on in this case. Because why do you think it was publicised all over? Because they reached out to the media for coverage. Number 3, Rachel Hargreaves set up a GoFundMe. She set this up to raise funds for Jay Slater's missing. Right? She closed that down very early on, and then Lucy proceeded to raise this GoFundMe, which is still open. It's still open because it's under investigation. Number 4, all the CCTV footage from the 17th of June is gone. It was on the Tenerife website where you can watch CCTV footage. There's a CCTV footage from Tramps where Jay Slater was apparently last seen with Ayub. Gone. All this club footage.
Yeah, but we've had this conversation before that the mayors and Roman, we think, controls a lot of what is kept in CCTV footage. And I do believe that it had been wiped because it will show what traces where actually Jay was and a timeline, which has been taken away from the public to resolve this case. If we had a timeline and we had the footage, we could work this out very, very, very quickly in what happened to Jay Slater, from the beach to what happened near the church, behind the bins. There's many, many scenarios, but a timeline, I've said in this case, is very, very important, and we haven't got that.
It has disappeared, gone. There is no CCTV footage on the 17th of June. Also, number 5, no one has identified this body. They've gone off the Guardia Civil's word. It's been a closed casket from day 1, from when they recovered this body after 29 days, which is a load of bullshit. The whole case has been suspicious from day 1. This is just a few points to consider. Let me know your...
It has. Do subscribe to Mary Anna. She's made some good points there. At this moment in time, I don't think it was a scam. Not for 70 grand at the end of the day. And he's still alive. I just don't believe he's still alive. But she has made some good points there. Some people might go along with that narrative. That is more to it than meets the eye about the money. Is it being investigated as legit? I'm not 100% sure. I've always said I'd like to see Debbie use it to get a private investigator and look at this case more intently and get more answers from what happened to Jay Slater in Tenerife. the thing is, what we don't want to do, we don't want to make the Jay Slater case a sideshow. And I think we've got to stick with the narrative. Technically, he was murdered. I think the beach incident was legit. I do think that was Brad near the bins, near the church, and there was a lot going on. Sometimes footage, the early footage was very, very, very important. There was a longer video than that, which some people who had followed the case would go along with me on that. But like I said, there's going to be so many different things coming out, and you know, he's in Brazil, he's in America. We've heard all these things before, but like I said, I just don't believe that Jay is somewhere else on another island and being kept captive there for money. That just doesn't make sense to me. And like I said, we do know that Roman has a lot of contacts with the other mayors, clubs, a lot of mafia, I think, that he does favours for, and favours returned to him as well. I do honestly think that. Let me know what you think, people, and don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel. Appreciate you all. Thank you.